Good morning! Welcome to a little weekend vlog. The first thing we do on a Saturday is being Danny's little coffee journal date, so yay! No, it's for Imogen.
I was like, she's like, is this the right one? I was like, yeah, because you put it under your name. Yum. In our bagel era.
In our like not connoisseur, our food critic era for bagels.
I guess. Work in 6 minutes time and it takes like 20 minutes to get there.
This is every Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss you already.
I know, I miss you too. Bye. I'm here for like a whole day. Oh, and I won't see you tonight.
Yeah, I'm coming home.
Yeah, but like,
yeah,
I have to spend like the whole night by myself. I'll watch Vampire Diaries without you.
No.
I'm just joking.
Bye. Gym time. After my gym session, I'm going to chat to you guys about my UltraHuman ring, which I've been wearing for a few months now, and also just about the healthy fueling queen food deleting era. Recovered and defrosted from my ice bath. I'm just getting comfy. I wanted to have a little chat about life and also about my UltraHuman ring, which I've been wearing for a couple of months now. So I guess the first thing, I'll have a little life chat. I mentioned that I've been in a way better place with fueling and deleting food. If you've seen my recent vlogs, I've chatted about my big setback and having an ankle injury for 3 months of this athletic season, and I did some tests with my endocrinologist who found that I had Crohn's, and she honestly thought that it was more related to underfueling than reactive arthritis. She basically said to me, at the same time that you're doing so much training and studying and all of life, like being kind of like a grind girly pop, your body was recovering from Crohn's, because I only found out and started my like medication in December. So my energy needs were higher than what I was giving my body. I've obviously shared a lot of my journey about fueling properly, regaining a period, recovering from having an eating disorder and anorexia. And obviously those things can be ongoing. They can cause lapses and relapses and pop up again. Looking back, I definitely think I was starting to underfuel before the season started. I just got away with it for a few weeks, like 6 to 8 weeks, and then it hit me and I got my injury. That caused me to do more overtraining and not fueling properly, and it really took the last 2 months now of just refueling, like eating a lot more, doing more resting, and just like getting to a healthier place physically and mentally to heal from my injury and to start running fast and training hard and being an elite athlete without all these compromises. Even though it sucks because I've had to learn these lessons so many times, I'm choosing to believe that every time I go through these type of things, I'm just becoming a stronger person and athlete. As much as I'm like really upset that it's, I guess, on me and I had more control with how this season panned out with my injury and I essentially ruined what was going to be such a good season for me, I'm not letting that ever happen again, and I'm determined to be healthy, and I'm just so excited to see what my body can do in the next couple of years, staying healthy and having a regular period and not going through periods of deficiting and underfueling and being undernourished. I have just realized, and especially I'll chat about like the stats from this, how my energy needs are just beyond what I think I need. Now that I've been eating a lot more, I can feel my metabolism ramping up because I'm getting hungrier. I'm like waking up hungry a lot in the night, even though I've had, like, for example, I'm eating a lot more, like 500 to 600 calories more than back in depressed December. I can feel myself getting hungrier even though I'm eating more. Whenever I wake up hungry, I just literally get up, I'll have a moo box or an up and go at like 3 AM and then go back to sleep, because otherwise I just lie there the whole night, like not going back to sleep. And I also know I'm so in tune with my body. Like some people, if they have underfueled, their body doesn't always tell them they need to eat more. But my body like will tell me I need to eat more. I will get hungry in the middle of the night if I haven't eaten enough in the day. Okay, I've kept a training diary since I was 16 years old. I've written every single training session I've done. Not in this one diary, I have like a box of diaries. This diary has every session from June 2022 to now. Something I've written throughout this time is my weight, purely because when I started this training diary, I was still trying to gain weight. And I just use it to show me, like, look how much better I've run when I'm heavier and healthier. It's just a good way to show me about health and where I get my period and where I'm my healthiest and running better and not getting injured. Literally, this book is so juicy. This book is so juicy. It has different coaches, different squads, different periods and life phases, different PBs, regaining my first period, losing my period, having chaos. It's a lot. I love it. I do avoid weighing myself often. I just do it like every now and then at the gym as like a little indicator. I do it mostly in the afternoon because that's when I go to the gym. So I do like take in note that it fluctuates obviously. I'm roughly 2 kilos up from the lowest I was the past 2 months. I just feel healthy and strong and in a good place for my body now, and I'm just going to continue fueling properly. And if that means I gain more weight, then that's completely fine with me, because I just want to see what my body can do when I stay healthy. This season has just, it's been lessons, and I'm just keen to maintain health and not go through lapses and be more aware when lapses happen in the future. Anyway, I want to chat to you guys about my UltraHuman ring. I got sent the UltraHuman ring in December. I'd never heard of this brand before. I had heard of Aura Ring. Michael wears an Aura Ring. It is a newer product, so it is still evolving and developing. So I have noticed, even in the time frame that I've worn the UltraHuman ring, it has gotten a lot better. There's been updates. It has gotten more accurate. Something that is kind of slay about it is it's a one-off price and it's more affordable than the Aura Ring. But I'm not going to compare to Aura because I don't wear Aura. I'm just going to like explain this little guy. So I usually use my Garmin to do like all my stats, and the only thing I really care about besides like my running and my splits and stuff like that is heart rate in my workouts, and also just like resting heart rate. And I look at like random stats like sleep, steps, intensity minutes and stuff like that. So the UltraHuman ring has a sensor which goes on this part of your finger, and the best finger to wear it on is your index finger. So when I got my sizing kit, I wore it on this finger. This is my biggest finger. When I wear rings, like the size difference between my fingers, like I'm aware of, and that is my biggest finger. Index finger on my right hand. I wore like a size 7, which is like the 3rd smallest size on this finger, and it fell off in the night. So I ended up going with the size 6, and it's kind of perfect because it's like, it's pretty fitting. It's like fitting enough that it won't fall off, and it's just like snug and it's comfy to me. It does get scratches, that's normal. It does say on the card, scratches and battle scars each one telling a unique tale of your journey. Embrace it. So I never tried to stop it getting scratched. So mine's a bit beat up, especially on this side from like holding the bar, doing chin-ups or barbell. I just put all my rings back on because I took them off at the gym today, but I didn't take off my UltraHuman. I honestly only ever take it off to charge. So I'll put on the screen here like a little screen recording of the stats, and then we can like kind of go through what I use it for. I don't know every single thing it does, and I'll just explain kind of what I like to look at it for, and then we can kind of explore it together. It took a while to calibrate when I first started wearing it. Like there was some days where it said I got 3 hours sleep even though I had been asleep for 8 hours, and then sometimes the energy was pretty out of whack, but lately it has gotten a lot more consistent and accurate. So the first thing will be the movement index. So this basically has like your steps. I don't know why it has 10 active minutes because I did a full training session that day, but that might be because I never really start a workout on the app. I just use my like stopwatches when I do reps, or I have my Garmin. What I find interesting is total calories, which I always take with a grain of salt because a fitness tracker is just a guide. It's never going to be 100% accurate. This was on Thursday and I had a work from home day for placement and then a training session, which was just over 2 hours. I ate quite a lot after dinner because I was just really hungry. So I was like, I know my body is pretty good with telling me if it needs more. And then I woke up hungry in the night. I was like, what the heck? I ate so much today, why am I hungry? The next day I looked at this and I was like, okay, cool, so I burnt nearly 3,000 calories. That might be why I was really hungry. The day before that was a bike session and just like a very active day at placement. I did 16,000 steps according to my Garmin, but 13,500 according to the ring. I do think the ring undercalculates steps, and that's mostly probably because I'm on my phone and sometimes it might just not realize that I'm like walking. So I have started to realize my energy needs do be very high. Training sessions do be hard, and then outside of training I do have like a busy active life. If we go out of movement index, the next thing is sleep index, and these are the two things I pretty much look at. So sleep index shows you like how much time you spent in bed, your total sleep. Wow, that was a slay day, and that was because of work from home day. And the efficiency, average heart rate, HRV. I don't look at anything besides the total sleep that much because I do compare it to my Garmin, and sometimes they're not as consistent, but sometimes they are. My heart rate on my Garmin, for example, is like low 40s, whereas on this it often lately has been elevated, which is interesting because it's all like an indicator of, because now that I'm like healthy and my ankle's better and I'm running again because I've started doing lactic sessions, my HR variability has been so much lower this last month than usual. HR variability I don't know that much on, but I know a higher number is better. Sometimes my recovery is from like intense workouts isn't 100%, and so my HRV has been lower the last month. But yeah, if you scroll down, it has like your oxygen saturation, sleep stages, heart rate variability, temp, like body temp. Let's look at another day for sleep index. Oh my god, this was such a slow day. So your sleep data tells you total sleep, your efficiency, and you can click on each thing to expand it and see what it really means. It does explain on the app what all the different data means. I've just gone to another random day to have a look at some other stats. So recovery score. This one gives you things like your resting heart rate, skin temperature, your heart rate variability, and sleep index and movement index, and you can expand all of these things to see more about them. It also gives you a lot of information about what things mean and how to improve things. I didn't really know much about heart rate variability until I had this app. So heart rate variability gives insights into your body's like autonomic nervous system. So sympathetic nervous system is like your fight or flight when you're like highly stressed doing high intensity work. Parasympathetic is like rest and digest, and that's like how much you recover from your intense sessions or your stress. And I feel like for me, my heart rate variability hasn't been the best according to this app, and that makes sense to me because I don't think I always settle down enough and get into that like restful stage after training or whatever it is. You've got your heart rate, you've got cardiovascular fitness, which gives you an idea of VO2 max and heart rate and HR variability. And then we've got things like resting heart rate. And if you scroll down to timeline, you can press the plus button. And that's where you can add things like a workout or food or sleep, activity, weight or other, which I have not got around this settings. I usually, yeah, as I said, I just like looking at the data from my movement and sleep indexes. So I know it's been a bit brief, but that's what I use the UltraHuman ring for. I definitely rate it. I definitely want to get more into all the different stats. I think coming out of injury and just getting into training, I haven't like gotten to the point where I'm like getting into the nitty-gritty of everything. I find it super interesting and insightful with the sleep data and energy data. I do have a discount code, which is IMOGEN10, so please get around that if you are looking into a fitness wearable and like the idea of a ring. It's so wild that even 10 years ago there wasn't things like this, and now we have so much information on like health and training and recovery stats that you can really use it to your advantage. Very cool. This random Sunday was definitely my highest active energy day. I do not know what the heck happened, but apparently I burnt 5,400 calories. I do remember that day. And I had the most shocking recovery score that day. Anyway, so that was a little insight into my UltraHuman ring. The link is down below if you do want to check it out. Big thank you to UltraHuman for sending the ring. Michael and I are going to do one of our adventure challenge dates tonight. Michael's sister got us this for Christmas, so we're going to scratch off a date and we're just going to make a little reel of it as well.
Bombers kicked the first goal in the Sydney Essendon game. Come on. Look up.
Okay, so we had to come to a cafe open late as part of our date. We found a cafe called Vinyl Cafe, which is the same name as the date in the book, and it's closed, but it says it's open till 11 p.m. And then we're just sitting here and someone tipped a bucket down of water. That's where we're at right now.
Later.
We're on the train home. Everything's been closed. We're hungry. Mission unsuccessful. Cheers!
Imi is still doing her, oh my god, is this some gin? I don't really know, she can cut this out later. Imi is still doing her reps for the day. I have done some 100s and 80s back from my injury return and it is going well, so I am currently stretching and filling you guys in. Imi, if you're watching this, slay.
Content, but that just happened from this session. Done! This is my first hurdle session back.
I'm so keen.
We've got our lunchbox. We're gonna have our milks in the car now because we're gonna health is wealth era. Oh, we should probably help the boys. Do you reckon they're fine? Do you want more help? Say no, say no. Oh, he said no. See you Tuesday.
Bye.
Sunday done.
Yay.
This is how we spent our Sunday. Like that was more than 2 hours. Well, I just did a run time setting the whole time.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't running the whole time. No, I'm at 10,000 steps pretty much now. But this won't have 10,000 because like if I have my hands on my hips, it won't like count the steps. And like I walk back like a whole 200 meters sometimes.
Yeah, with your hands on your hips. I've only done 7,000, but like I had obviously less.
Yeah, still
than you.
that's like
still a lot.
We're only like in the morning still.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, we have our little recovery beverages. Then we're gonna go home and recover in the pool, and then go and continue our bagel connoisseur.
Oh, you got 2 in here.
I had a rocket meal last night, and I was like, I'll have half because you always have half instead for training.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why am I having half? I'm just gonna have the whole thing because like it's actually so easy to like smash.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, I did my 400 hurdle session. First hurdle session post injury with like just under 3 weeks before Adelaide.
Yeah, she did really well.
Thanks,
I was like filming a little bit and you looked good.
Thank you.
Like, yeah, even Ebony was like, yay.
You looked amazing as well. Like, as I've been saying to Danny the last few weeks, I was like, it's the best I've seen you run, like before pre-injury as well.
Yeah, which is like so fucking good to hear. Even Ebony today said to me, she like was giving me some different cues that I haven't heard, like haven't been really told before, and like the way she was explaining things was just like clicking a little bit more in my head, because she was actually like making me feel this, like feel certain things, and like moving my body. I've never been like told like that's so much better.
You know,
the
getting
technique
positive
is,
reinforcement.
yeah, it's always just like, oh, good.
Yeah.
Which was like so good to hear.
Okay, bye.
Hello again.
We're in our spot.
Oh, we need to do an outfit.
Outfit check.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually so keen for the food. I'm kind of dying a little bit from training now. A little tired at the back.
Wait, obviously you're in this cafe.
Hate us. I hate us too. No, but that's cute.
I hate us, but I love us. The orange and green look so cute together.
I'm actually kind of dying and looking forward to this coffee and food.
Do you know why, actually? It's because you know when you're doing in more intensity,
Yeah,
and you finish less like an hour before, but like 40 minutes before.
I also had less break this week. Like rather than walk back, I just had a minute and that.
Yeah. No, but I feel like because you started recovering a while ago.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you do a hard session, you're like, oh, I'm just not hungry for a while.
Yeah.
But then I feel like because you started recovering like a while ago, you're like, okay, I'm ready. Yeah.
Agreed. I feel like I do have something amazing. I know I don't, but I'm definitely in white teeth right now. I'm like,
I have not been to the dentist in years.
I think about that straw though, because I don't like these skinny straws.
Yes, ew.
That's what you have to cut this out. What I'm about to say. I like my, but I don't.
But she doesn't. That's why she's like,
Oh, deceased.
I kind of want to keep that in, but I won't. We're basically being bagel critics and doing like a little best bagels in Perth like review and like rating bagels, just because like it's fun and we want to, and we're like on the hunt.
Oh, I wonder what she's gonna be today.
Well, this is so ugly. Which we maybe just take a photo. I feel like actually like we got the shot.
Good dog.
Crunchiness of the bread is giving for starters.
I think I need to finish her before I decide on my score. Not as good as yesterday, in my opinion. I think she's too flat.
Plain. I love simple, like I'm very easy to please with it, but I do agree. Yesterday it was like, whoa!
Yeah.
Whereas this one's like, oh, that's nice, it's yummy, but it wasn't like, whoa,
I
you
should
know.
have enough like sun-dried tomatoes. But that's why I need to eat the whole thing to.
Should we say stay tuned for the review on my IG?
Yeah. Come back.
That's the post.
Check it out.
Although by the time I post this vlog, will we have done all the baby places before then? You'll find out.
Stay tuned.
Exhausted. Danny and I have hit walls. We're fading hard after such a like big, honestly big training week, and just big week in general, but also just a big day. We are about to have a little snack to get some energy to then clean our house. After we got back from our lunch, I called mum, went for a little walk in, chatted to mum for half an hour, and then we both have hit walls. We went to get groceries and we're fighting for our life getting groceries. And I got some flowers, some pretty flowers for Michael's sister because it's her birthday tomorrow. Now, yeah, we're gonna just try and clean the house and then just have an early dinner, watch some Vamps,
Sam Salvatore,
and then I need a stretch and roll. I was just saying how we were fighting for our life in Wellington hit walls.
Oh my god, the screaming child. Did you mention the screaming child?
I didn't mention the
There was a screaming child, like, the whole time.
I would have been dragged out of that store at that age and like ripped into. I just wouldn't have acted like that at all.
I felt like the universe was real testing me. I was like sitting there,
I was like this.
waiting for my click and collect, which like was late, and then the screaming child in the background, just like the over like stimulation of like everything.
Let's get revived and then give our house a clean. dinner in our kitchen. Love that. Vibes are on vibes. My dinner's looking really pretty.
The tofu is blending.
Yeah, there's some tofu and pumpkin and potato and avo and veggie.
Oh,
and then
we're giving
gonna...
golden right now.
Yeah, we've been roasted by the sun today.
I know my chest was a bit,
yeah,
shower, I was like a bit
burnt.
Yeah.
We are gonna watch Vampire Diaries.
Finally, that time of day.
And flop, and then we're gonna force ourselves to stretch and roll because
we need to. And also if I'm running on Tuesday, adding a third session in finally, I'm gonna need it.
yeah.
This is good, yeah.
Say
Probably needs a bit
yeah. I mean your bowl's hot, so do you like if it gets runny and it goes into your bowl?
Yeah.
Michael's rice recipe.
Yeah.
She's giving air fryer tofu. Oh, and there's also edamame.